7 Good Habits for Living Happily in Old Age. Have you ever stopped and thought about what really makes life joyful and fulfilling as we grow older? Is it simply staying healthy, or perhaps maintaining our independence? Or maybe it's about finding peace of mind, being surrounded by loved ones, or feeling like we still have a purpose? The truth is, it's all of these things, and so much more. As we age, life doesn't have to slow down or lose its magic. In fact, some of the most meaningful years can still be ahead of us. But how do we make sure we're living our best lives? It's all about adopting a few key habits that can boost our happiness, health, and sense of well-being. In today's video, we're going to explore 7 habits that can help transform your golden years into a time of vitality, joy, and connection. These habits are not only easy to incorporate into your daily life, but they're also designed specifically for older adults who want to live life to the fullest, with confidence and happiness. So, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's never too late to start making small changes that lead to big results. Ready to discover the secrets to living a long, fulfilling life? Let's dive in. Number 1. Keeping your mind sharp by staying informed. We all know that staying physically active is essential as we age. But what about our minds? Keeping our brains engaged is just as crucial. Research shows that people who consistently stimulate their minds have a 29% lower chance of developing cognitive decline compared to those who don't. The good news: keeping your mind sharp doesn't require a major lifestyle overhaul. It's about small, intentional habits that make a big impact. The world is evolving at an incredible pace. New technologies, groundbreaking discoveries, and shifting social trends reshape our daily lives. Staying informed isn't just about knowing the latest headlines. It's about maintaining a connection with the world around us. It gives us a sense of purpose, keeps conversations engaging, and ensures we remain adaptable in a fast-changing society. I was chatting with a friend the other day, and she said, "I feel like everything moves so fast these days. One minute, we're learning how to use email, and the next, everyone's talking about AI and cryptocurrency." We laughed, but she had a point. The world doesn't slow down for anyone, and staying informed helps us keep up, not just for practicality, but for the sheer joy of understanding what's happening around us. Reading is one of the simplest and most effective ways to challenge the brain. Whether it's a novel, a magazine, or a well-researched article, reading introduces us to new ideas and perspectives. A study from Yale University found that people who read regularly live an average of 2 years longer than those who don't. So, picking up a book isn't just a way to learn, it's an investment in longevity. But I don't have time to read, you might say. Here's the thing: reading doesn't have to be a commitment. 5 minutes a day, a chapter before bed, or even listening to audiobooks while cooking can make a difference. And if books aren't your thing, newspapers, blogs, or industry reports can be just as engaging. The key is to explore topics that genuinely spark your curiosity. In today's digital world, we have more resources at our fingertips than ever before. Podcasts, YouTube channels, and online courses provide access to expert knowledge on virtually any subject. Platforms like TED Talks expose us to innovative ideas, while apps like Duolingo make learning a new language fun and accessible. The best part? We can learn at our own pace, whether it's 5 minutes a day or an hour a week. I was recently helping my uncle set up his first smartphone. He sighed and said, "I don't know how you all keep up with this stuff." But once he started watching history documentaries on YouTube and reading articles on topics he loved, he was hooked. "I never thought I'd enjoy learning this way," he admitted. That's the beauty of technology. It can be intimidating at first, but once we embrace it, the possibilities are endless. For those who find technology a bit overwhelming, there are plenty of community resources designed to help. Many libraries and senior centers offer digital literacy classes, guiding older adults through the basics of using smartphones, social media, and online learning platforms. Embracing technology isn't about replacing traditional learning. It's about expanding the ways we engage with information. Beyond consuming content, actively participating in learning keeps our minds agile. Trying something new, like painting, photography, or even coding, challenges the brain in fresh ways. Studies show that engaging in complex hobbies can improve memory and cognitive function. It's never too late to pick up a new skill, and the journey itself can be incredibly rewarding. Social interaction is another powerful tool for keeping the mind sharp. Conversations with friends, family, or even strangers expose us to different viewpoints and ideas. Attending lectures, joining discussion groups, or participating in volunteer work adds another layer of mental stimulation. A Harvard study found that strong social connections can help reduce the risk of memory loss and improve overall well-being. "You know what I love," a friend once told me. "Talking to people who see the world differently than I do. Every conversation is a new lesson." And she's right. Engaging in discussions, even casual ones, keeps our thinking fresh and adaptable. It challenges us to consider different perspectives and refine our own ideas. Staying informed isn't just about staying updated, it's about nurturing our curiosity and keeping our minds active. The more we learn, the more engaged we feel with the world around us. Every new fact, story, or skill adds depth to our experiences, making life more fulfilling and exciting. The beauty of lifelong learning is that it's never too late to start. Whether it's reading a few pages a day, listening to a podcast during a walk, or taking an online class, every effort counts. Number 2. Regular health checkups for a long and healthy life. We all want to live a long, healthy, and happy life, right? It's pretty much the dream, being able to do the things we love, hang out with family and friends, and enjoy all that life has to offer. But let's be real for a second. How often do we actually go to the doctor when we feel perfectly fine? For many of us, the answer is not often enough. We tend to wait until something feels off. Maybe we get a headache that won't go away, or we notice some strange symptoms before finally making that appointment. Sound familiar? The problem is, by the time we notice something's wrong, the issue could already be well underway. And that's where regular health checkups come in. They're all about being proactive. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a car, okay? You wouldn't wait until smoke is coming out of the hood to get an oil change, would you? No. You stay on top of the regular maintenance to keep it running smoothly. Our bodies are the same way. By going in for routine checkups, we're making sure we catch potential problems before they turn into big, scary issues. I actually had this conversation with a friend the other day. She said, "I feel fine, so why should I go to the doctor?" I had to ask her, "Would you wait for your house to catch fire before checking if your smoke detectors are working?" She laughed. But you know what? The point really stuck with her. It's all about preventive care. It's not about fixing things when they're broken. It's about making sure they don't break in the first place. Now, here's the thing. According to the CDC, nearly 60% of adults in the US have at least one chronic disease. And guess what? Many of these diseases develop silently. High blood pressure, diabetes, and even certain cancers can creep up on us without giving any noticeable signs. That's why getting checked regularly is so important. Early detection can improve treatment success rates dramatically, sometimes by as much as 40%. You know what else is kind of scary? High blood pressure is often called the silent killer. It doesn't usually have any symptoms until it causes something serious like a heart attack or stroke. But if you catch it early, it's totally manageable. The same goes for high cholesterol, diabetes, and even certain types of cancer. A simple checkup could mean the difference between catching it early and waiting until it's much harder to treat. And hey, let's not forget about our mental health. You might be thinking, yeah, I'm physically healthy, but sometimes I just feel off. Have you ever had days where you feel totally drained for no reason? Or your motivation drops, or stress levels shoot through the roof? These might be signs of anxiety, depression, or other mental health issues. It's not just about physical health. Mental health is just as important. When you go for that checkup, take a moment to talk to your doctor about how you're feeling emotionally too. Mood swings, sleep problems, and ongoing stress are signals that shouldn't be ignored. And the best part? It's all part of your overall well-being. One conversation with your doctor can help you get the support you need. Oh, and let's talk about vaccines. Yep, vaccines aren't just for kids. As we age, our immune system needs a little extra help. Flu shots, shingles vaccines, and pneumonia vaccines can protect us from some pretty serious illnesses that can be life-threatening, especially as we get older. According to the World Health Organization, flu vaccines can reduce the risk of severe illness by up to 60%. That's a pretty easy step to take to keep ourselves healthier longer. I totally get it, though. Nobody's jumping up and down about going to the doctor. It's not exactly an exciting afternoon. But think of it this way. Every time you go in for a checkup, you're making an investment in your future. The more we take care of ourselves today, the more freedom and vitality we'll have later on. Imagine being 70, 80, or even 90 years old and still feeling strong, active, and independent. Sounds like the dream, right? Aging is inevitable. We can't stop it. But we can control how we age. We can make the choice to be proactive with our health, to keep our bodies and minds in tip-top shape. Regular checkups are one of the easiest, yet most powerful tools we have to ensure that we're not just adding years to our life, but also life to our years. So, let's not wait until something feels wrong. Let's take charge of our health today and give ourselves the best chance at a long, healthy life. Number 3. Living independently and self-reliant. As we journey through life, independence becomes so much more than just a convenience. It's an essential part of our identity. It's the feeling of waking up and knowing you can handle whatever comes your way. Independence doesn't just mean doing things by yourself. It's about building the life you want, on your own terms. The freedom to make choices, live your life as you see fit, and take control of your future is something we all crave, but it's not a gift that's handed to us. It's something we cultivate, one step at a time. Living independently requires a certain mindset, a mindset that not only values self-sufficiency but also knows when and where to ask for help. Let's face it, no one is an island, and being self-reliant doesn't mean you have to tackle every challenge alone. But it's about developing the skills and confidence to know you can handle things when it counts. That feeling of empowerment, it's priceless. Take cooking, for example. It's one of the simplest but most powerful ways to take control of your life. When you cook for yourself, you're not just nourishing your body, you're saving money and building healthier habits. Research shows that people who cook at home not only eat better but save about 50% more money than those who rely on takeout. And no, you don't have to be a gourmet chef to get started. Just 5 simple, nutritious recipes that you can rotate throughout the week can make a huge difference in your health and wallet. Plus, you get to decide exactly what goes into your meals. No mystery ingredients. Let's also talk about managing money, which is another cornerstone of independence. Financial stress is one of the leading sources of anxiety, with nearly 40% of people reporting that poor money management is a major cause of their stress. But financial independence isn't about having a fortune, it's about having control. Taking small steps like setting a budget, tracking expenses, and automating payments can relieve a lot of that pressure. Financial stability gives you peace of mind, knowing that you're in charge of your finances, not the other way around. And let's not forget about the place we call home. Your home should be more than just 4 walls and a roof. It should be a sanctuary that supports your independence. Making simple adjustments, like adding motion sensor lights or using smart devices, can drastically improve safety and convenience. Studies show that making these small changes can reduce accidents by up to 60%. A well-organized space not only looks good, but also makes everyday life smoother. A clutter-free home means fewer stressors and more clarity in your life. Speaking of stress, did you know that clutter can secretly sabotage your peace of mind? A messy environment can increase your stress levels, make it harder to focus, and even pose physical risks. In fact, a 2022 study found that people who live in organized spaces have 20% lower cortisol levels, meaning they experience less stress and more mental clarity. Simplifying your surroundings might just be one of the best moves you can make for your mental well-being and efficiency. In today's world, technology plays a huge role in independent living. From grocery delivery apps to telehealth services, technology has made it easier than ever to live on your own terms. Want to track your medication schedule? There's an app for that. Need to keep in touch with loved ones across the miles? Video calls are just a click away. Technology can help maintain independence without the isolation, making it possible to stay connected while also taking charge of your daily life. But let's be real. Independence doesn't mean doing everything by yourself all the time. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. Whether it's asking a neighbor to borrow a tool, hiring a professional to fix a leaky faucet, or joining a local group to meet new people, seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Studies show that people with strong social connections live an average of 5 years longer. So, independence and connection are not mutually exclusive. They work together to enhance our lives. Of course, life is full of unexpected twists, and part of being self-reliant is learning to roll with the punches. Whether it's a change in living arrangements, adapting to a new routine, or learning a new skill, being flexible is key. The more we prepare ourselves to embrace change, the easier it becomes to maintain our independence no matter what life throws our way. At the end of the day, living independently is about creating a life that aligns with our values, goals, and needs. Every little action, whether it's mastering a new recipe, setting up a budget, or simply decluttering your space, adds up to a lifestyle that supports freedom and confidence. Independence isn't just about not needing others. It's about taking responsibility for your life, making decisions, and knowing that you have the power to make things happen. Number 4. Staying active with physical movement. Okay, let's talk about something that affects all of us, no matter where we are in life. Staying active. We all know it's important, but do we really understand why it's so essential? Physical activity is the foundation of living a long, vibrant, and happy life. And the best part? It's not about being perfect or having the ideal body. It's simply about keeping our bodies in motion. Our bodies were literally made for movement. Think about it. From the moment we're born, we start moving. We roll over, we crawl, we walk, we run. It's a natural part of life. So why is it that, as we get older, we sometimes forget that our bodies still need movement to function at their best? It's like a car. You don't just let it sit there for months without starting it up, right? Same with our bodies. When we keep moving, we feel better, and everything just works a little smoother. Here's a fun fact that really drives this home. Regular physical activity actually helps maintain our independence as we age. Sounds a little dramatic, right? But it's true. Staying active strengthens muscles, improves joint flexibility, and boosts our balance. And trust me, balance is a big deal. As we age, one of the most common risks is falling, and those falls can lead to some pretty serious injuries. But guess what? Staying active, whether it's walking, stretching, or doing yoga, can significantly reduce the risk of falls. It's one of the best ways to protect ourselves and keep living life the way we want to. And here's something you might not have expected. Movement isn't just great for our bodies, it's fantastic for our brains, too. Research has shown that just 30 minutes of moderate exercise a day can actually improve cognitive function. What does that mean? Well, it means better mental clarity, sharper focus, and even a boost in memory. That's pretty amazing, right? And it's not just the physical benefits. Exercise can improve your emotional well-being as well. It's proven to reduce anxiety, fight off feelings of depression, and improve overall mood. So, staying active isn't just about keeping your body healthy, it's also about nurturing your mental health. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. Now, let's talk about something that might be on your mind. I'm not into intense workouts. I don't have time for the gym. You don't have to. Let's clear that up right now. You don't need to do anything extreme to stay active. The key is consistency and finding activities that you enjoy. And yes, it really can be that simple. For example, walking is one of the best things you can do. Seriously, just walking. Whether it's a brisk walk around the neighborhood or a leisurely stroll through the park, it's an easy way to get your body moving and your heart rate up. Plus, it's great for your joints and bones. And for those days when getting outside isn't an option, maybe the weather's bad or you're just not feeling it, there are still tons of indoor activities that can keep you moving. I mean, think about it. You can walk in place while watching your favorite show. Get a little creative. You can also try walking around an indoor mall or even around the house if you need to. Small movements throughout the day really do add up. Now, here's something I love. Have you ever thought about how active gardening is? Most people don't realize it, but gardening involves bending, stretching, and even lifting. It's one of those activities where you're so focused on what you're doing that you don't even realize you're working your muscles. Whether you're planting flowers, pulling weeds, or pruning a tree, gardening gives you an excellent workout, and it's a great way to connect with nature. It's really a win-win. And let's not forget about the simple everyday tasks. Things like vacuuming, sweeping, or even washing dishes can get your muscles moving. It's easy to overlook, but over time, these daily activities add up. It's all about making the most of what you're already doing. For those who like a bit more structure, there are so many options, like yoga, tai chi, or stretching exercises. These practices are fantastic for improving flexibility, balance, and posture. Plus, they help calm the mind and reduce stress. And guess what? You don't have to be an expert to start. Just a few minutes a day of stretching can make a big difference in how you feel. Now, let me ask you something. How often do you feel really good after moving? You know, that feeling when you've just finished a walk or a workout, and you're glowing with energy? That's because your body is releasing endorphins, the feel-good chemicals that improve your mood and reduce stress. They're like your body's natural happy pill. And here's the secret. Staying active is one of the best ways to tap into that natural boost. What I find most rewarding about staying active is that it gives you a sense of purpose. It's not just about staying fit, it's about feeling good and living life to the fullest. And when you move regularly, you're more likely to feel energized and ready to take on whatever life throws at you. You know what else I've noticed? The more fun something is, the more likely you are to stick with it. So, make movement fun. Whether it's dancing to your favorite songs, playing games with your grandkids, or joining a group sports activity, finding ways to enjoy the process will keep you coming back for more. And, of course, these activities bring people together and foster a sense of community, which is so important for our overall well-being. So, how do we make sure we stay active as we age? It really comes down to consistency and, most importantly, enjoyment. Choose activities that fit into your lifestyle and that make you happy. It's not about doing the hardest workout or pushing yourself to the limit. It's about moving in ways that feel good for you. When you make movement part of your daily routine, you're investing in your future health and happiness. Remember, you don't need to do intense workouts or push yourself to extremes. Just keep it simple. Take a walk, stretch, or even dance in your living room. The more you move, the better you'll feel. So, here's the challenge. Let's make a commitment today to keep moving in whatever way works for us. Whether it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes, it all counts. By staying active, we're not just helping our bodies stay strong. We're also giving ourselves the best chance at living a long, happy life. Let's get moving, folks. The world is out there waiting for us. Number 5. Embracing a positive and youthful mindset. You know what they say, age is just a number, right? But here's the thing, how we view aging has a huge impact on how we experience those golden years. Our mindset is a powerful tool, shaping our journey through life in ways we often don't realize. A positive and youthful mindset can transform what might seem like challenges into exciting opportunities for growth, connection, and joy. So, let's dive in and explore how we can embrace this mindset, no matter where we are in life. It's not about pretending we're younger than we are. No one's asking you to roll back the clock. It's about fully embracing life, no matter your age, with a sense of curiosity, optimism, and a genuine willingness to enjoy the present moment. Imagine it, waking up each day excited for the possibilities, not because you're trying to turn back time, but because you're fully immersed in the here and now. Studies even show that our outlook on life impacts not only our happiness but our health. In fact, a study from Yale found that people who embrace a positive outlook on aging live an average of 7.5 years longer than those who don't. Seedling, that's right. Thinking positively about the aging process can actually add years to your life. So, let's reframe how we look at ourselves and our lives. Instead of focusing on what we can no longer do, let's celebrate what we can do. Every day presents an opportunity to learn something new or revisit an old passion. Whether it's picking up a paintbrush, gardening, or even starting a new project, Embracing the things that spark joy and excitement is key. When we shift our focus to the things that still bring us joy and fulfillment, age becomes less of a limitation and more of a badge of resilience. Think about it. How often do we reflect on the incredible experiences that have shaped us? Gratitude shifts our focus from what's missing to what's abundant. When we take time to acknowledge all the lessons we've learned, the people we've met, and the adventures we've had, it unlocks a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Gratitude isn't just a buzzword, it's a powerful tool that can help us age with grace and joy. It's like having a mental spring cleaning, clearing away any negative thoughts and replacing them with appreciation for all that life has given us. To keep our minds sharp and vibrant, we must constantly seek out activities that spark our excitement and challenge us. Try something you've always been curious about: painting, learning a new language, or even diving into the world of coding. Research shows that mental challenges like this can protect against cognitive decline and boost our creativity. It's never too late to start something new, and the best part? These activities give us something to look forward to each and every day. Imagine finishing a painting you've worked on or solving a tricky puzzle. You'll feel accomplished, engaged, and ready to take on the next challenge. It's not just about keeping the mind active. It's about nurturing our connections with others, too. Social interactions play a huge role in keeping us young at heart. Engaging with family, friends, and even meeting new people injects energy into our lives. We all know that spending time with others lifts our mood, boosts our sense of belonging, and helps us stay emotionally healthy. Studies show that strong social connections are linked to lower rates of depression, improved immune function, and even a reduced risk of dementia. Now that's powerful, right? If the thought of meeting new people makes you a bit nervous, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to ease into new connections. You could join a local club, volunteer, or attend a community event. Trust me, once you take that first step, you'll find that shared experiences and stories with others can instantly lift your spirits and remind you that you're not alone on this journey of life. And of course, we can't forget about the physical side of things. Staying active is key to maintaining that youthful mindset. You don't have to run a marathon, but did you know that even small amounts of physical activity, like a brisk 30-minute walk a day, can make a huge difference? Just walking can release those wonderful endorphins that boost our mood and energy levels. Combine that with a balanced diet and good sleep, and you've got the perfect recipe for keeping both body and mind in top shape. When we feel strong physically, it enhances our mental resilience, making us more capable of approaching each day with a positive attitude and an eagerness to embrace the world around us. The ultimate secret: laughter. Yep, you read that right. Laughter is an incredible tool for staying youthful. It's one of the simplest ways to feel good and stay connected. Sharing a funny story with friends or watching a comedy movie that makes you belly laugh is so good for the spirit. Scientifically, laughter has been shown to lower stress levels, boost mood, and even trigger the release of feel-good hormones. So, never underestimate the power of a good laugh to rejuvenate both your body and mind. Number 6. Building harmonious relationships. Let's take a moment to think about the relationships in our lives. How many of us have felt that deep connection with a friend, a partner, or even a neighbor? It's these relationships that truly enrich our lives, and as we get older, we start to realize just how essential they are. We've all heard the saying, "It's not what you have, but who you have in your life that matters most," and there's a lot of truth to that. Our relationships provide us with a sense of belonging, purpose, and emotional fulfillment. And here's something that might surprise you. Research shows that people with strong social connections are 50% more likely to live longer. So, it's not just about feeling good. These relationships are actually good for our health too. Now, when we think about relationships, sometimes we picture the big moments, the long talks, the deep conversations that happen late at night. But in reality, building and maintaining these connections is more about the everyday, small moments. Think about it. How often do we get caught up in the busyness of life and forget to send that quick text or make that call just to check in? Those little things, the "just wanted to see how you're doing" messages, can make a huge difference. And the best part? They don't take much effort, yet they mean the world to someone. Let's be real, relationships aren't always easy. It's not all sunshine and roses. They take work, and sometimes that work can feel like a lot, right? But here's the kicker. Healthy relationships are built on small, consistent acts of care. Whether it's a simple thank you when someone does something nice for you, or taking time to actively listen to someone's worries, these small gestures build trust. It's about showing up, not just when it's convenient, but when the other person needs you most. And as we age, it becomes even more apparent how crucial it is to nurture these bonds. Communication is at the heart of any relationship, and I don't just mean talking, it's about really listening. How many times have we been in a conversation where we were talking, but the other person wasn't really hearing us? It happens all the time, right? We've all been there, and it's frustrating. This is where active listening comes into play. It's about tuning in, putting down the phone, and giving your full attention to the person speaking. It's more than just hearing words. It's understanding emotions, reading body language, and responding with empathy. When we listen like that, we build deeper, more meaningful connections. I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a lot of work. But trust me, the payoff is worth it. Studies show that couples who actively work on communication report higher levels of happiness. And here's a little secret. The most successful relationships share one thing in common: openness and honesty. That's right. Being vulnerable and sharing your thoughts and feelings, even when it's a little uncomfortable, is key to building trust. It's about being real with each other, and not just talking about the big things. It's also the little stuff, the casual check-ins, the inside jokes, and the everyday exchanges that keep the connection strong. Forgiveness, which can be one of the hardest parts of any relationship. As we get older, we might find ourselves holding on to old hurts or grudges. And while those feelings are totally valid, holding on to resentment can weigh us down. Here's the twist. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you're condoning what they did. It's about letting go of the emotional baggage that's holding you back. In fact, research suggests that forgiveness can actually reduce stress and improve our mental well-being. It's like giving ourselves the freedom to move forward and heal. And when we forgive, we open up space for those relationships to grow stronger, deeper, and more resilient. But I also want to talk about something that might not come to mind right away: the importance of cultivating new relationships. Life is constantly evolving, and the opportunity to meet new people is everywhere. Whether it's joining a new hobby, volunteering for a cause you care about, or attending a community event, new relationships bring fresh energy and excitement into your life. You might be thinking, but I'm busy enough already. I get it, life's hectic. But studies show that participating in group activities can reduce loneliness by up to 35%. So, why not take a chance? You never know when you might meet someone who becomes a lifelong friend or a valuable mentor. The beauty of building relationships, both old and new, is the sense of belonging they provide. We all crave connection, right? As we get older, it's so important to feel like we're part of something. Whether it's a group, a faith community, or just a circle of like-minded people. That sense of belonging can help protect us from feelings of isolation and loneliness. It gives us the emotional strength to navigate life's ups and downs. And I'll tell you what, when we feel like we belong, it makes everything a little bit easier to handle. You face challenges with more resilience when you know you have a network of support behind you. Then there's kindness. It doesn't take much, does it? A smile, a kind word, or a small gesture like holding the door open for someone. These little acts of kindness have a ripple effect. When we practice kindness, not only do we uplift others, but we also lift ourselves. Studies have shown that people who perform regular acts of kindness experience higher levels of happiness and less stress. And the best part? Kindness is contagious. When you show kindness, it encourages others to do the same. Imagine a world where kindness spreads like wildfire. It could change everything. Balance is key. In relationships, it's easy to give. We want to be there for the people we care about, but it's just as important to take care of ourselves. Healthy relationships are based on mutual respect. It's just as important to communicate your own needs as it is to listen to those of others. Setting boundaries doesn't make you selfish. It makes your relationships stronger. When we respect our own needs, we create a dynamic where everyone feels valued and supported. It's about finding harmony, where both parties are equally invested in maintaining the relationship. Number 7. Embracing moderation for a balanced, fulfilling life. In today's fast-paced world, moderation often gets pushed aside. We're all rushing from one thing to the next, trying to keep up. But here's the thing. Moderation is actually the key to long-term happiness, health, and a sense of balance. And, let's face it, who doesn't want a little more balance in their life, right? Now, I get it. It can be tempting to go to extremes in almost everything we do. Whether it's indulging in our favorite foods, working out, or just chilling out, it's easy to go overboard. But here's where the trick lies. Those extremes often leave us feeling drained, burnt out, or even physically unwell. So, what's the solution? Simple. Moderation. Think of it this way. Moderation isn't about denying ourselves the things we love. It's about finding that sweet spot where we can enjoy everything without tipping the scale. Let's start with food. We all know how tempting it is to grab that extra slice of cake or munch on some unhealthy snacks. Shortcake, but rather than going on a restrictive diet or cutting out all the foods we crave, the key is portion control and variety. A small piece of cake, a little chocolate, it's perfectly fine. But let's balance it out with loads of fruits, veggies, and whole grains. Because here's the cool part, eating in moderation isn't just good for our body, it also helps us build a healthier relationship with food. When we stop thinking of food as good or bad, we actually start enjoying it more. Let's talk about exercise now. We all know staying active is important. It keeps us healthy, boosts our mood, and even makes us feel younger. But wait. Don't go all in, pushing yourself to the limit every day. Overdoing it can leave us exhausted, hurt, and frustrated. Our bodies change as we age, and what worked in our 20s might not be the best in our 40s or 50s. That's why moderation is key here too. Whether it's a simple walk, a light yoga session, or even some gardening, regular, moderate activity is all you need to stay strong and mobile without the risk of injury. Rest is just as important, if not more. After a workout or a busy day, we need time to recover. Experts recommend taking rest days, especially if we're working out regularly. This gives our muscles time to heal and recharge. And don't forget, rest isn't just physical. We need mental and emotional downtime too. A well-rested body and mind make us much better at handling everything life throws our way. Now, let's talk about something we all love, entertainment. It's so easy to get caught up in binge-watching our favorite shows or scrolling through social media. But here's the thing, too much screen time can leave us feeling disconnected, mentally drained, or even anxious. Studies have shown that excessive screen time is linked to higher rates of depression and anxiety. Yikes. Flushed face, so what's the solution? Balance. You can still enjoy your favorite shows, but balance it out with hobbies, reading, or spending time outdoors. You'll feel more connected, more refreshed, and honestly, more alive. What about the emotional and social aspects of life? Oh yes, moderation plays a huge role here too. We all care deeply about our relationships, whether it's with family, friends, or colleagues. But here's the catch, overcommitting emotionally can leave us feeling overwhelmed, stretched thin, and sometimes even resentful. By setting healthy boundaries, we not only take care of ourselves, but we also show up as the best version of ourselves for others. And trust me, that makes a huge difference. Studies show that people who set boundaries experience less stress and are better at managing their emotions. Talk about a win-win. Another emotional tip: don't let negative emotions take over your life. We all face challenges, and it's okay to feel down sometimes. But dwelling on those feelings for too long can be mentally exhausting. Instead, try acknowledging your emotions, then letting them go. When you can manage how you react to tough situations, you'll feel more emotionally stable and at peace. A study in 2018 showed that people who practice emotional regulation experience lower levels of anxiety and depression. Now that's something we all could use, right? So, what's the big picture here? Moderation is about finding a rhythm in life that works for you. It's not about cutting out the things you love or forcing yourself into a rigid routine. It's about choosing what feels natural and enjoyable. The research backs this up too. Those who practice moderation in their daily habits experience lower stress levels and higher satisfaction overall. So, it's not about less enjoyment. It's about enjoying things in the right measure, at the right time. Ultimately, embracing moderation helps us create a life that's not only stable but also deeply fulfilling. It's about savoring the little moments, the delicious meals, quality time with loved ones, or the joy of relaxing with a good book. When we embrace moderation, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. We're living a balanced, rewarding, and sustainable life. So let's take a step back, breathe, and find that sweet spot where we can enjoy everything without overdoing it. After all, life is about balance, and moderation is the key to unlocking that perfect, harmonious life. A positive, youthful mindset isn't about ignoring the realities of aging. It's about facing each stage of life with grace, a sense of humor, and the unwavering belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. Aging might bring its challenges, but it also opens up new opportunities for growth, discovery, and joy. The key is perspective. Life's journey doesn't have to be something to fear, it's something to embrace. Instead of focusing on what's changing, why not focus on what you can still achieve? It's all about staying curious, resilient, and open to what's next. As you age, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Each day becomes an opportunity to learn, grow, and make memories that enrich your life. Aging isn't about slowing down, it's about finding new ways to live fully. Age may change your body, but it doesn't have to change your spirit. Your energy, your enthusiasm, your passion, they can remain forever young. It's all about how you approach each day, with optimism and the confidence that whatever the future holds, you're ready for it. So let go of any fear about getting older. Choose to see the beauty in each new chapter, because that's where the real magic happens. Life has so much to offer at any age. Just open your heart to it, and the possibilities for joy and fulfillment are endless.